So, in nursing, there really is not a lot of men. For whatever reason, people call it a girly job. People just don't want to deal with what nurses have to deal with. For whatever reason there's not a lot of men in nursing. I don't know why. Very many places that I've worked, I've been the only male on staff. Sometimes the only male on shift, sometimes the only male in the entire facility. Depending on the size of the facility. So, why do more men not join the nursing field? I don't exactly know the ratio, but I've been told it's somewhere around 12% of the nursing field is made up of men. But nursing is a profession that doesn't really care if you're male or female. It doesn't care about your gender, doesn't care about your race. Nursing is a profession that is non-specific to anyone. You can do nursing no matter what race, no matter what gender. You can. There is somewhere out there is a position for you, no matter your gender or race. There's positions everywhere hiring for CMAs, LPNs, RNs every day. And none of them say women only or men only. They may have educational requirements, but they don't have requirements on, we're only looking for a woman for this job. The only time that I ran into any gender bias, I will say, was during a rotation in nursing school for an OBGYN, for labor delivery. That was it. That was the only time to where my nursing instructor was like, listen, Chris, you're not going to be allowed to do this one. You're not allowed to do OB care for delivering mothers for reason XYZ. So I wasn't allowed to. Now, had I already graduated and got a job on that unit, they would have actually hired me. But for whatever reason, as a student, they wouldn't let me go on the unit. I don't know why. But, it doesn't say, when you look at their job application, women only. There is tremendous job security in nursing. If you can do it, there's a lot of job security in it. There's always somebody hiring. They talk about how the baby boomers are getting older. That's the generation from 46 to 66, I believe. So that means that the youngest baby boomer right now is 49 years old. That is the youngest baby boomer. So most of them are reaching 70. Well, not most of them, but plenty of them are reaching 70. So they're going to need care. Not to mention that, but the baby boomers are the largest generation. They had more population during those 20 years than we've ever had in any other time. So that's a lot of people in the workforce. So with that many people being in the workforce, there's going to be that many people retiring because, like I said, 46 to 66, those that are in the 46 to 51 range are reaching 65 years old. So they're going to start retiring out. And plenty of them could have been nurses. So plenty of these facilities that need nurses are going to start needing them because their people are starting to retire out. They're starting to age out. So nursing, there's always a need for a nurse. And it's very secure. And I don't know why more men don't get into it. Could be, I don't want to have a lady's job. I don't know what it is. I know when I first went to school to be a nurse, my first class that I was in, there were 2 of us. And the most I've ever had in any nursing class was 4. 4 men. It was 4 males it was a class of 30, so 26 females. Every class has been roughly 30 deep, and a few times I've been the only one in that class. And most of the time it's one or two of us, and that was it. So I don't know why more men don't get into it. I know when I very first started during the economic crisis, I would have taken a job folding clothes for pink teddy bears just to eat. Because, you know, back then the economic crisis had hit. I thought I was going to be working on cars for the rest of my life, and all of a sudden I lose my job. I got to do something. So when I became a CNA first, and there's job security in that as well. You can be a CNA and still have a job, and you can do it as a man. I did it as a man for years, and I don't know why more men don't get into it. It's a great field. If you can change up what you want to do. You don't have to go to the hospital. You don't have to go to the nursing home. You can go to a doctor's office. You can go to a research facility. There are companies out there that will hire nurses to do drug screens and physicals and checkups on employees. Manufacturing jobs will have nurses on staff. There's a ton of things that you can do in the nursing field, and you know, I just don't understand why more men don't get into it. It's not bad. Call it a lady job, I would not. It's a job anybody could do, and it's something that I highly encourage on anybody who wants to be a nurse. If you want to be a nurse, look into it, and I encourage it. Man, woman, whatever, get into nursing. If you think about getting into it, go ahead and get into it. I don't think you'll be upset at yourself. But I hope it helps. Thank you much.